Hey gang, hope you guys are having a great weekend so far, and I want to bring you guys another video on ETHERLINK exclusively. This is going to kind of dovetail into the video that I did a couple of days ago. Now I gotta say, when I put out my video on Friday, where I was updating on some of these platforms that we're in, I didn't intentionally leave this part out. It's definitely the elephant in the room, and this is something that the Oracle and I had spoken about last week, and it's a really, really solid point as to, why is ETHERLINK doing as good as they are? Now, the price is definitely fluctuating. I think the price, as of my doing this video, is like 65 cents per ETL token. But you know what? They're working things out, and as some would say, they're doing the business, so that's always a good thing. But the thing to remember about all these other platforms, except for ETHERLINK, so I'm talking about platforms like IdeaCoin, like YokuCoin, LibraCoin, Creso, so on and so forth. All these platforms took in Bitcoin during their ICO. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out. You guys have looked at the charts. Bitcoin, it took a massive dump. So when you have companies, and I've mentioned this before about these other lending platforms in regards to Bitcoin, they took it in at 14, 15, 16, 17, upwards of 20,000. And then to have it go down to below 6 or right around 6,000 really, in my opinion, wiped out a lot of these platforms. And the ones that haven't scammed out are just sitting there and they're trying to figure out what's the best thing to do. And then along came ETHERLINK. You see, now remember, this is formerly LendConnect. They do have the distinction, and I remember talking about this when they had their ICO. LendConnect, or ETHERLINK, was the first lending platform that was ERC20 based. So it was only Ethereum that they took in during their ICO. I don't have any type of insider information into the company's financials and so forth, but if we just look at where Ethereum was last year, say around the end or middle to the end of October, you guys can see here, I got $330, $320, 283, and if we go into even November here as well, 294, and then we have $313 right around mid-November. This is around the time that LendConnect, ETHERLINK, had their ICO. So this is when they took in the bulk of their Ethereum. Now, if we just fast forward to today, or let's call it mid-April of this year, I mean, look at the price, as you guys know. Look at the price of Ethereum. I mean, it's gone up over $500. So if you think about the Ethereum, you guys, that's a gain just from the time that ETHERLINK had their ICO to now of over $200 per ETH. But here's the larger fact. Here's the thing that I want to show you guys that I think really just puts a capstone on this. Let me take you guys to January 10th if I can, right around January 10th. So if you look here, or let's call it mid-January even, that's fine. Look at the price of Ethereum on January 15th of this year. Over $1,200 per ETH. So let's think about this here for 1 second. This is the only lending platform that's still around, that's still paying every single day, by the way, that people can actually withdraw in Ethereum, that took in ETH. We'll call it around $300 per Ethereum back in October, November, and in January at its peak, anywhere around $1,200 to $1,300. Just think about what happened if the company decided to exercise withdrawing and cashing out a lot of these profits. I mean, is it possible to say that they're flush with cash in terms of Ethereum? Absolutely. This, to me, is one of the reasons, the biggest reason why ETHERLINK is still around, because they were in a situation that was the exact opposite. It's kind of like a reverse commute to work. All these other platforms are going this way here, but ETHERLINK actually experienced this. They experienced a run up over time. So let me pull up here a couple of messages that I just copied and pasted from Sam, the ETHERLINK CEO, on the Telegram chat page. In response to the video that I did the other day where they were looking for ICO companies to send their information to them, Sam wrote, "We got a lot of interesting ICOs who signed up and also some with pretty big hype. So by doing this, we will generate a lot of new users, and those people are required to buy ETL tokens first before buying the ICO token." So this is another step in the right direction. By having ICOs list on the ETHERLINK exchange, in order to be able to transact, folks are going to have to purchase the ETL tokens. It's simple supply and demand. The more ETL tokens are either loaned out in a contract or purchased, then the price is going to go up because there's less of them to go around. Not only that, there's only a total of 5 million ETHERLINK tokens versus LendConnect that had a total initially of 6.5 million. The next message that Sam put out the other day says, guys, thank you for supporting the project in all these hard times. Like I always said, even when I'm not that active right now on the channel, I won't stop the project under any reason. And I'll continue until all of you made a good amount of money, love, happiness, and joy on my platform. ETHERLINK is here to stay. And if I take you guys to the back office again, these are some of the goodies that they're working on. If I click on Exchange, you can see that it's completely active now. Charts are by TradingView. And in terms of a live update, for the last 24 hours, we have over 127 ETH in volume. And there's right now about 127,000 ETL tokens for the sell orders. And there's over 161 Ethereum on the buy order side. These are all things that create excitement. These are all things here that create hype, natural, good kind of hype. Things like ETL signals. If I click on that, you'll see coming soon, but those are the buying and selling trading signals that they're going to be giving folks that are involved with ETHERLINK. Next one up as well that I had talked about before, another great thing is the Ethereum staking. So you can see it says coming soon, and it's not listed here, but the other thing they're doing is giving people the ability to stake their own ETL token on the platform for dividends. Another thing that they've been working on too is getting listed on CoinMarketCap. Now that's not in and of itself a huge deal, but nonetheless, what that will give ETHERLINK token is more exposure. So I've said this before in the past, ETHERLINK, formerly LendConnect, has really come a long way. I mean, the fact that they've designed and built this entire website, they've coded the website entirely from scratch, really says a lot. This is not a copy and paste type of scenario. This is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not a tax accountant or anything like that. I'm not a fortune teller. If you guys were to ask me if I think ETHERLINK is going to be around a year from now, I honestly cannot give you an answer. I can't say yes and I can't say no. All I can tell you is what I go by, and those are bona fide results. And these guys are doing the business. I mean, they keep coming back again and again. These guys could have exit scammed a long time ago, in my opinion. I'm just giving you guys my feelings here and my thoughts on this. And they could have done so many. I mean, they had 16 different ways to Sunday to exit scam. They could have done it so long ago. They keep coming back. They keep making it a better and better product. I mean, having these things here like the signals and doing the Ethereum and the ETL staking, this is what's needed in this industry. So does ETHERLINK have what it takes to turn this lending industry around? I don't know. But as far as I do know, these guys are continuing to stick around, and that's why I'm going to continue to openly support them. And like I said earlier in this video, I've pretty much gone to the point where I'm going to back these guys until the wheels fall off. So if you want to join me, that's fantastic. Remember, you have to make up your own mind in this. Just remember that all these are risky, okay? Please don't think that ETHERLINK is any less risky than if you invested in any other type of new platform coming out. But if you want to align yourself with ETHERLINK, the link will be below in the description box. And let me know what you guys think. I'll be providing more videos on ETHERLINK. This, in my opinion, is an interesting time, not only for ETHERLINK, but for all the other platforms as well that actually took in Bitcoin, because we're seeing such a big turnaround now in cryptocurrency. So interesting times that we live in. It'll be interesting to see in the several upcoming days, weeks, and even months where these platforms go. But I can tell you guys this, that ETHERLINK is trying their hardest to make this platform a success for everybody. So I'd love to get your comments. If you're in ETHERLINK already, give me your opinion. Let me know, guys. Tell me in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel and hit the post notification bell. You have a fantastic day, and we'll chat soon. Take care.